Students, what would happen on the road if the traffic signals do not work or if there isn't anybody to regulate the traffic? There would be complete chaos, isn't it? Everybody would be getting in everybody else's way. Let's watch what the famous writer A.G. Gardiner has discussed in The Rule of the Road. It was a time when Russians had got freedom from the rule of Tsar. A stout old lady was walking with her basket down in the middle of a street, to the great confusion of the traffic. A passer-by pointed out to her that the pavement was the place for foot passengers.
"Excuse me, ma'am, walk there, on the sidewalk."
"I'm going to walk where I like. We've got liberty now."
"Oh, in that case, the drivers may feel free to drive on the pavement."
Now students, will this situation not lead to great disorder? When a policeman steps into the middle of the road and regulates the traffic, you may feel that he is interfering with your free use of public highway. But if he does not do so, then you would never be able to cross the road. So each person must have some limits on his or her freedom in order to enjoy the freedom that comes from social order. A.G. Gardiner says, liberty is not a personal affair only, but a social contract also. We have to agree to give up some of our liberty so that everyone can live together in harmony. You have liberty to go down the street in a dressing gown with long hair and bare feet, to dye your hair, or to go to bed late, or to laugh at anybody, or maybe to be indifferent to others, or to wear a tall hat, a frock coat and sandals, and so on. But when we step out of our own kingdom, our personal liberty becomes qualified by other person's liberty. For instance, you might like to practice on guitar at midnight. You could go on the top of a hill to do so. But if you do so in the street, outside, you would interfere with the liberty of the neighbors sleeping in quiet. Let us take the guitar as an illustration again. A man who wants to play on guitar is entitled to learn it in his own house, even though he is a nuisance to his neighbors, but it is his business to make the nuisance as slight as possible. Once the narrator got into a railway carriage and settled down for reading a blue book. He was reading it for a purpose and not for pleasure. At the next station, a couple of men boarded the train, one of whom talked to his friend in a loud and pompous voice on any and every subject under the sun. It did not occur to him that anybody could have anything better to do than to listen to him. He was obviously a well-intentioned person. The thing that was wrong with him was that he had not the social sense. So, my dear students, we have both liberties to preserve our individual liberty and our social liberty. We must be a judicious mixture of both the liberties. We tag ourselves civilized or uncivilized by observing our conduct of following the rules of the road. This is how we sweeten our journey or make it bitter.